Hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you've had a good stitchy week. I have been a stitching fool. I have been. Okay, I've been one of those two things. But hey, I did get some things done. Look at this. Got my Ronald McDonald house done. I'm so excited. I thought it turned out really well. I need to now just make sure it's clean and then go find a frame for it. I don't know when I'm going to have time to do that. I was hoping to be able to do it maybe today to go look, but tonight is the FFA wild game dinner, and I've got to go to that. Lots of people, my parents were supposed to come, but my aunt and uncle happened to be in the same hospital, different parts of it for different reasons. And so my parents are having to stay and take care of that. And Dax was going to go, but Abigail has a hockey thing going on, and so he's going to take her to that. Addison is gone right now, helping get things set up. I know she told me there's going to be shark and axis, maybe. I know there's going to be deer because at least one guy with the deer had it up at the ag barn yesterday, cutting it up. I guess they grill most of this stuff like overnight. I know they're already set up over there cooking this morning, and so I know there's deer. But it's a good time, and it's a huge fundraiser for FFA. My contribution is not wild game. I made lemon bars. I guess we could call them wild lemon bars. I don't know. But they're in the kitchen cooling, and I thought I would real quick try to do this video, which isn't happening because this is like take 5. I don't know. But anyway, all of that to say, yeah, I'm not going to have time to go buy a frame because I've still got to go to the office and work before heading home back in time to get to this dinner. I did get a present. Abigail bought me a coffee mug. She gave it to me when I got home yesterday. There you go. George Costanza and all of his sexiness and glory. How ridiculous is that? Dax and I went on an Alaskan cruise several years ago, and in one of the bars on the ship, they had a settee, lounge chair, whatever, one of these, velour one, velvet, I guess, a velvet one that I made him get on in that pose and took his picture, although he's dressed. So I was actually hoping that when you poured hot coffee in that his clothes would be on, but no such luck. I also worked on my Bob Ross piece, and this is from Etsy store Good Morning Maui. They have this one, obviously, but they have some other really cute things in there too. After the shower last weekend, I came home and finished up my Ronald McDonald piece and pulled out the Bob Ross piece because last Saturday started the Soulful Stitchers Year of Whips Challenge. Stitch along. I guess it's not stitch along if it's a challenge. I don't know. Wow, I thought I was finished with this, and I just see something. A couple of things. I have like a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of... I missed his collar. I need to backstitch some detail on his shirt. But I worked on this. Wyatt had to go and get his hair cut on Sunday. He wanted me to take him, mostly because he wanted me to pay. So while I was waiting on him, I worked on that. I am so excited. I'm glad I noticed the couple of little stitches that I left out, but that won't take but a minute. that was such an easy pattern and so fast, regardless of how long it took me. It was very quick. And it was awesome to get a finish. But I am guilty of getting a finish. So that's 2 finishes, Ronald McDonald House and the Bob Ross. I'm dying to start something, and it's killing me. But I didn't. I pulled out the next one on my list for my Year of Whips. This one doesn't have a name. I call it Snails in Love. It was one of my mania starts. I think the last time you saw it, I had like this red and these hearts right here. And I've gotten quite a bit of work done on it. I was pretty impressed. I got this part of the heart all the way down. This is where the next snail, the girl snail, starts down here. And all of his, I'm working on his little snail body now. But I got a shell all done. And I'm liking it. It's really cute. And it's so much, just like everything else, it's so much easier to see on camera, the little swirl of his shell, than when you're looking at it up close. But that's it. That's what I got stitched. So it was good. It was a good week. That feeling of accomplishment, that's always good. For the Santa, since this is, I told you, like the 5th take, I did draw. I put all of the names on pieces of paper for people who entered. Wrote them out, cut them out, and drew a name. And I can't even read my own writing. Herha Stitcher, Herha Stitcher. You won. I will send you a message and let you know, and try to get a hold of you too to get an address and all of that good stuff. That was that. Last week after I recorded my video, I stayed out here and cleaned a little bit until I got a sign from God that it was time to stop. And that sign came because I was picking up, I have a matted print and then just some mat board that were on the floor under some other things that I had cleaned away. And when I looked at them, I'm sorry, my fat cat's in my lap. She's getting mad at me. Look, I'm not even kidding. Look at that cat. She's not happy. She's not in my lap anymore either. Anyway, I picked this stuff up and I was like, what is that on there? And so I looked real close. It was little baby scorpions. There were about 10 or 12 of them. I don't know. But I killed all those, and I looked down in the spot that I picked it up from, and I saw a big one, mama or daddy scorpion. And I was holding in my hand a photo album that my husband had made. The covers are wood. And I was holding that in my hand, and a big one fell off of it into a trash bag that I had sitting in the chair. And so I threw the trash bag on the floor and stomped all over it and then tied it closed and put it out in the garage. But I went back to kill the one that was on the floor, and it was gone. I have no idea where it's gone to. That corner over there. I don't want to go into that corner over there. It's somewhere over there. And when you know something's there, and it may have left the building, but everything looks like a scorpion now, so I don't want to touch anything. And get me some big leather work gloves to keep cleaning. But I took that as a sign from God that it was time for me to go. It was, it was awful. But I did, while I was out here cleaning, I decided, because I was looking at coming across patterns and some kits and other things, and I thought, you know, I've agreed to do this Stitch for Stash thing, the Stitch from Stash, and then it occurred to me somewhere in the back of my head that the freebie February, which the patterns are free, but you've still got to stitch it, and Stitch Mania are going to fall in this Stitch from Stash period. And so then I had a little mini panic attack, I guess. I don't know. I was like, oh my God. So I decided I'll see what I can kit up. Because for Stitch Mania, I'm going to do like Blimey Cat does. And I'm only going to start a new thing if I finish what I started on that day last year. So several of the things in my Year of Whip challenge are Mania starts. So I decided, well, I'll see if I can make it through. Because I said I don't spend a lot of money on cross stitch. I really don't. I'm not saying I haven't in the past. Because in total, I've spent a buttload of money, because you couldn't have all of this stuff if you didn't. But, so I decided to kit up and look at what I had and to kit up things if I could. And I have several kits, several things that are already all put together, like this one. I'm dying to start it. And this one, Happy Everything. So I've got lots of those, but I thought, you know, I'll see what else I have around here. Patterns that I like, and see if I can get them up. And so I have the stuff I needed. This is the one that last week I showed you I dyed the thread for, because I'm not going to do that blue. I dyed it that kind of reddish burgundy color. But I grabbed some other, just a few other things. I won't show you everything else, but I'll show you some of them. This pattern, I can't get out of the bag. The cat just looks so goofy to me. That look on his face, it cracks me up. So I decided I should do that. And I had some fabric, because it's not huge. Just some scrap fabric that I had sitting here. So I figured, heck, that works, right? And I had the stuff to go ahead and kit up the little bee thing that I just showed y'all. I've had this for a long, long time, this book. The store where I bought it isn't even in business anymore. And hasn't been for years. But it's Portraits of a Cowboy. And I'm going to do this one, The Gunfight. Dax will like that. And I have the fabric and the threads and everything to get it done. Quite frankly, there's no reason it couldn't have been done by now, except for I don't even remember buying it. And then from this one, this book, Tumbleweeds, I'm going to do this cute little girl right here. Like I told you before, my people. This one by the Calico Crossroads. These are all so cute, and I have them in different sizes and everything, but I thought this was really cute. This is a Weeks Dye Works variegated thread, but I'm not going to get that. I'm going to try to just take a skein of white DMC and dye one end red and one end blue and leave it white in the middle and see if that'll give me the same kind of effect. I might have already tried it, except for the kittens in my house have gone insane. The older ones and the bigger ones, two of them in particular, Stanley and Rocket, play hard. When they play hard. I have a lamp that I quit putting a light bulb in because they've broken it more than once. It's not even plugged in anymore. It's just sitting there until they're done knocking it over, I guess. But they figured out that they can get up on the island where the red dye that I had used, which was powder, to dye the floss that I showed you last week. The box was there. They knocked over the box and a glass of water that one of the kids had left on the island. So now my island has some pink spots on it, and I don't have red dye anymore. And I'm going to hobble the cats or something. I don't know. It's insane right now until they calm down a little bit. Anyway, I have the stuff to go ahead and kit this one up. And on some of these, I'm missing a couple of colors, but I know that as I finish other things that I'm certain I've got those colors. I have way too much floss around here to not have an almost complete set. Unless it's new stuff, it's got to be here somewhere. And then this one is one I came across in my cleaning that it's been so long ago I had even forgotten about it. And I ordered it online, and I don't remember anything now about where. But it's called Fall Welcome. And look, how cute is that? So I have this stuff, cute little fall colors. And I just have some little plain, it's kind of a beigey color. Ada. So I thought that was pretty cute. Those were some of the ones that I just kitted up. Like I said, it's not all of them. That doesn't count all the kits that I already have that are unopened. Other things that I've kitted up. And that's just the cross stitch. There is quilting stuff in this box. There are wool penny rug things in this box. Embroidery. Seriously, it's ridiculous. But I got those two things done, so we're all good. My little purse bag thing that I'm crocheting on, I've done something wrong, and I spent, I don't know how long, the other morning trying to figure it out, and I don't know what I've done. So I had to go, everything that I've done that I've shown you recently, except for that one little thing hanging on the last row, that one flower, the rest of them I've had to cut out. I've had to cut them off. So I'm back to barely started on that one row. I have had to undo enough of that bag that I probably could have made it. I could probably almost be done with the second one by now. Seriously. This was another one of my Mania starts out of this cross stitch magazine, McCall's. This bear right here. I started it, and it had the really, because in the book it's all anchor numbers, and I converted to DMC and wound up with this vomit-worthy balloon. They don't really look alike, that balloon and my balloon. And so I got on 1, 2, 3 Stitch this week and ordered all of the anchor colors. I just decided I'm not even going to try to just substitute some of them or anything. I just ordered all of the anchor colors. Here's the real colors of the balloon. Much nicer than, and I think this one. Much nicer than that mess that I had. I think that's it. I think the cat is climbing on everything. I don't think that. I know that. I don't have time today. Maybe tomorrow morning I can get out here and do a little bit more. She's making me a nervous wreck, y'all. Do some more stuff. Maybe even get some other things kitted up. I need to also see if I can't find a frame for this piece. And I want to find a little easel. I think that would be so funny to frame it and set it on an easel with the picture of the easel. Oh, good Lord. She's not going to be happy when I come and run her off. Actually, there is no run. She ran up the sidewalk last night because when I got home, because I had a bag of cat food with me. And she looks like a bear running. She's that fat. Anyway, y'all have a great week. I hope you get lots of stitching done. I'm hoping that I'm able to get a lot of stitching done this week. I will contact you about this and get that in the mail to you. I'm excited. I hope that you are too. And who knows, there may be more as I shuffle through this mess out here in the dungeon, and hopefully I'll get through it and we'll all be happy with the results, because like I said, there could be way more that gets given away here. Maybe a lot more. Anyway, thank you everyone for the comments. Thank you everyone that entered to try to win the stocking. I appreciate it. I appreciate your views, your comments, your likes, and I hope everybody has a great week. Thanks. Goodbye.